But first, it's a difficult issue to solve, the inequality in our society that leaves many people living in poverty. But there is hope, say those behind a national movement that's now up and running across the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole area. The Poverty Truth Commission aims to create real change by getting decision makers and leaders to listen to the stories of those most marginalised in society. James Ingham reports.
I've suffered from mental health issues, alcohol addiction. I was homeless for a while. It's been a struggle for me for quite a few years.
Debbie James has lived in poverty for most of her adult life. She says she's often been treated as subhuman, ignored and stigmatised.
We're all worthy of dignity and respect. Everybody's got their own story and everybody's got a right to have their story heard.
Today, Debbie and 12 others got that chance. They're so-called community commissioners on a recently formed project, the Poverty Truth Commission. They told those with the power to make a difference to their lives how small changes in attitude and approach could have a real impact.
Perhaps we won't save the world, but we can have a bloody good try.
The wealth divide in the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole area is stark. Multi-million-pound houses in sandbanks stand only a few miles away from some of the most deprived parts of the country. But can that change? Bournemouth MP Tobias Elwood was one of those listening today. Were you moved by some of the stories that people had of their experience of living in poverty?
Absolutely, and this is what should motivate everybody to say we can and must do better. We have, the funding is here, the ability here, the sense of desire to improve is here as well, but people are falling between the cracks. We're not working together as well as we should do.
Those behind this project are encouraged by the momentum that's begun.
We won't eradicate poverty, but if each of the people in our audience follow through, at different levels, you make the change.
Emily, how do you make sure that this is not just one big talking shop?
It's a really good question, and that's always people's fear. We will be doing all we can to hold people to account. I think that change that you see in the individuals that have been involved, there is such a passion and a fight in people to go back and keep doing things differently.
The community commissioners who've worked for a year to get to this point are determined that those here today act on pledges they've made to improve lives for good. James Ingham, BBC South Today.